Can't hardly hear.
You want to say why you did all this?
Huh?
You want to say why you did all this?
Huh?
Do you want to say why you did all this?
Because I love my wife and love my children.
March the 27th, 2017 in Bogue Chitto, Mississippi. It was a typical day, weather in the high 70s, adults was going to work and children were going to school. Life was moving forward like she always does. On this day, no one could imagine the horror that would occur later that day.
A shooting rampage in Mississippi took the lives of 8 people, including a sheriff's deputy.
I just wanted to live. I just want to love my family. I just want to love my wife.
The suspect, William Cory Godbolt, was arrested after an all-night.
You may be wondering what caused Cory Godbolt to snap.
And somebody called the office. People that didn't even live at the house. But that's what they do. They intervene.
It all began around 11:30 p.m. Saturday, March the 27th, 2017, when family members called the police.
Somebody called the office. People that...
When Sheriff William Durr arrived, things seemed to cool down. Then out of nowhere, Cory Godbolt snapped. Cory Godbolt started shooting, hitting Sheriff William Durr in the face. He also shot his mother-in-law Barbara Mitchell, her daughter Takara May, and also Brenda May before leaving the scene. While the police searched and hunted for Godbolt, Godbolt decided to do some hunting himself. Then Cory Godbolt arrives at a family member's home in Brookhaven, Mississippi. The adults were gone. It was only kids at the property. Caleb Edwards, age 15, and his younger brother Austin, age 11, were in the living room playing video games when they heard the gunshot. Their cousin Jordan Blackwell, age 18, was talking to his girlfriend on FaceTime walking down the hall.
Can't hardly hear.
You want to say why you did all this?
Huh?
You want to say why you did all this?
Huh?
Do you want to say why you did all this?
Once inside the Brookhaven home, Cory Godbolt shot and killed Jordan Blackwell, who was shielding his cousin Caleb from the bullets. Cory also shot and killed Caleb's 11-year-old brother. Moments later, a 16-year-old friend who was in the home, Xavier Lilly, tried to distract Godbolt so no one else would get shot. He gave him the keys he had to his mom's car. Then Godbolt kidnapped the teen and forced him to drive.
Tackled and arrested the alleged killer Willie Godbolt following a multi-home killing spree. He said Deputy William Durr was not his target.
Cory Godbolt then texts Jordan Blackwell's mother, Tiffany Blackwell, saying, "Payback, bitch. You fucked up my family. Now it's yours."
2 boys and a deputy sheriff. The killing spree took place at 3 separate locations in rural Lincoln County, Mississippi. The suspect, who has a criminal record, is 35-year-old Willie Cory Godbolt.
After fatally shooting the 2 teenagers and briefly kidnapping a third, Godbolt went to the third stop, another home in Brookhaven. There he fatally shot Pharrell Borge, 45, and Sheila Borge, 46. 7 hours would pass between the first shootings and Godbolt's arrest Sunday morning, March 28, 2017. Cory Godbolt's own words.
You the police, ma'am?
I'm the media.
Ain't nobody gonna see about me?
Somebody's seeing about you right now.
Huh?
Somebody's seeing about you right now.
I can't hear you.
They're seeing about you right now.
I fucked my eardrum up, man, shooting that gun. I can't hardly hear.
You want to say why you did all this?
Huh?
You want to say why you did all this?
Huh?
Do you want to say why you did all this?
Because I love my wife and love my children.
Hey, ask him if he can to pull it from the front and I'll drive it on down there. Pull it from the front.
I love my wife and love my children. I love Bogue Chitto. My aunties and uncles, they raised me right. They instilled the right morals and values in me.
So what about Deputy Durr's wife and children?
I'm sorry. You tell her. My words would never forgive her. God will give her comfort. Seek Jesus. God will give her comfort. My father died when I was 16. Love conquers a multitude of sin. If she can find it in her heart, it may not be tomorrow. It may not be when I'm dead.
But you know too, because your dad was a cop who was killed, right?
Forgive me. Heaven will be her home.
Was your dad was a cop too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he killed also?
Yes, ma'am.
So you know what her family's going
I
through.
know exactly what she's going through.
So why would you do
I
that?
suffer through the pain every year.
Why would you do that to someone then?
My pain wasn't designed for him. He was just there.
So you're saying he was kind of collateral damage?
We was talking about me taking my children, and her sister and auntie called the police. I was having a conversation with her stepdaddy and her mama and her, my wife, about me taking my children home. And somebody called the office. People that didn't even live at the house. But that's what they do. They intervene. They caused him his life. I'm sorry.
So what's next for you?
Death.
So
Death. Death. My intentions was to have y'all to kill me. I ran out of bullets.
it's a good thing they showed mercy.
Suicide by cop was my intention. I ain't fit to live. Not after what I done. Not in y'all eyes and not in nobody else's eyes. But God, you know, He forgives you for everything.
Cory Godbolt has a lengthy criminal record, including armed robbery, aggravated assault, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and driving with a suspended license.
Wife, I love my kids. They would not let me live and let live.
Officers tackled and arrested the alleged killer Willie Godbolt following a
Godbolt's trial began February the 15th, 2020. On February the 25th, 2020, Godbolt was convicted in the shooting, 4 counts of capital murder, 4 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of attempted murder, and 1 count of armed robbery. On February the 27th, 2020, Godbolt was sentenced to death for the murders of Willie Durr, Jordan Blackwell, Austin Edwards, and Sheila Borridge. He was sentenced to life for the deaths of Brenda May, Barbara Mitchell, Takara May, and Pharrell Borridge. Godbolt was also sentenced to life for the attempted murder of Timothy Keys. He is also facing a life sentence for kidnapping and 20 years for armed robbery. He killed 8 people total.
Have found Cory Godbolt guilty of 8 counts of capital murder and first-degree murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, attempted murder, and armed robbery.
I didn't have a plan. When I spoke in that street, and I just try to piece it all together, because for me to not be disturbed and brokenhearted about what happened really makes me out to what they say I am.